Okay, Andy. Good morning, everyone. So, online students, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. So, let me start the syllabus slowly and today and tomorrow, right? Saturday, they are planning for break. And Monday, we are going to reschedule it. Okay, right. So, today, let me complete that storage part once. Okay, right. I'll repeat what has been happened yesterday for 5-10 minutes. I made one statement to you yesterday. In advanced Java, demo classes will not be there. Generally, very less. Yesterday, only one demo means in the demo also small theoretical information is available. And today I'm entering into subject part directly. If anybody student comes late for 3-4 days also, they can manage it because they will be core Java student only. Generally, our inputs are core Java student input only. Hope we can manage for 3-4 days. Okay. We feel it and we go forward, right? Okay. Generally, what is advanced Java means applicative area. Advanced Java means applicative area. Applicative area means what is the knowledge gained in core Java. We are going to apply in advanced Java. Not only core, advanced, LKG, UKG. Whatever we learn in core, we apply here. Because of this reason, in advanced Java, application developments are available. Application developments are available. The meaning is application development means we are constructing based on our knowledge application. That's a theory actually. For that, one definition form should be here. For that, they give our others given one definition. Define application, they started. So define application means what we are going to do, sir, means we are collecting some group of programs together. We are collecting some group of programs together to perform one defined action. We call it as application. So there I started. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application. So whenever we say that application, one imagination may come, may not come. The reason. So because of this reason, here I took one small diagrammatical form here. So imaginate one application as a user app. So user app means some user registration, user login. So there, how many programs we can have means user registration, one program, user login, one program, user view profile, one program, user edit profile, one program, user logout. We can bring this group of programs together to do one action. You can call it as application. That's a theory. Sir, what type of application development is available? What kind of application development is available? Means web application development is available. So what is web application? I made a statement. The applications which are executed in web environment or internet environment, we can call it as web applications or internet applications. I made a statement. To develop these web applications, we need three technologies. One is JDBC, one is Servlet, one is JSP. So by taking these three technologies, I drawn one diagram, small information to you. Here, web browser, where our user interacts through. Database, where we are going to store our data. Yesterday, somebody asked me, project is available, sir. Yes, using JDBC, using Servlet, using JSP, MVC projects we are going to develop it, not 1, 3 or 4 MVCs we are going to develop it, because our course itself is the application development. So daily applications will be there for us. So 3 or 4 application developments are available. 1 or 2 I will do, 2 or 3 you are going to do as an assignments. So many people successed already from 11 a.m. 2 or 3 people made their own programs and they kept in the Google Classroom. For you also Google Classroom will come, you have to wait it, because still management in the question mark whether they have to still they are in the question mark by this 11 a.m. advanced Java batch, because they are slow pace, they are moving the batch. Okay, right? Monday they'll increase that pace because some other batches coordination not happening, they are moving this pace. Once the decision is completed, immediately Google Classroom will come to you. For 3-4 days you write the notes, because I'm going to start the practical immediately by Monday. I am planning to run my first program on Monday. That's the plan, I made it. So whatever the management will do their work and I will do my work anyway. By Monday, I'm planning to run my first program. Notes is there means you can read and do something. So write the notes. So this is your application development. Their web application is having servlet, JSP and JDBC. Information is available through the diagram. Servlet is accepting the request from the user. So servlet means one server program ready to accept the request from the user through web browser. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. Using JDBC, we are going to interact with database product by running the queries and collecting the result, the information. JSP stands for Java Server Page, which is the response from your web application. That's the theoretical information about the diagram to you. And our target of this course is releasing the projects in the form of this structure. Their beans will come, JCFs will come, DAOs will come. Lot more layers we are going to add among the diagram. Complete architecture will be presented to you till the ending, right? In the starting day 1, we show this is the layout, what we are going to do. Right. In that process, our unit starts from JDBC first. So generally students asked me yesterday, duration they asked, and generally last batch, I think, I don't know. I started around 29th December, I started. 10 days Pongal gone, 10 days Venkatesh sir, COVID gone. But even then I released the batch with 2 months, 10 days to 2 months, 15 days. I released the batch with the project. So here also, without wasting the time, if I run it, right? So first 18 sessions, I will take JDBC. After that, servlet is the biggest programming. Almost we take 25 to 28 sessions it takes. Biggest one is servlet. Because servlet is the background and backbone for the web services and your Spring Flavor. So we have to spend more time in the servlet. Once the student understands correctly servlet, JSP is under the control of servlet. So servlet programmer is the JSP programmer. So we take only 12 sessions for JSP. That's the concept. Understood now? So highest time is given for the servlet. So in that almost 20 means that 25 days almost. So I'll take 50 to 60 working sessions. I'll take it. So with that 2 months, 10 days, the timer will come out with the project, because without any break, no Pongal, no Dasara. Hope if I am fit, everything, I'll run the batch. So for me, advanced Java only easy when compared to core Java. Because core Java, lot more syllabuses will come. You have to touch Java 9, you have to touch Java 17, Java 8 there. Out of syllabus, we have to come out. Sometimes lambda expression, you have to write 1 or 2 codes. Method references, 1 or 2 codes. They are all not included in your syllabus, but you have to touch them. In the process of touching, number of sessions will be increased in the core Java. That we face a problem with core Java also, because sometimes it deviates out of my controls, out of our controls sometimes. That will not happen here, because here all are readily available. Here Advanced Java, Venkatesh are also not going to do anything. All are available. So what is available, I'm presenting to you. So advanced Java looks more simple, but you have to follow me. Notes, programs, assignments. If you practice with me, within 25 days, you'll get a grip on this advanced Java because all are available. No new thing is there. Can I construct a class? You don't write, already available. Can I construct an interface? Don't write, already available. So all are available here. We are going to use it. And this is not language, this is technology. Technology means you learn components already available and apply that knowledge to real-time market. We call it as technology. Language means different, rules will be there. You have to write variable like this, method like this. You have to access the method like this. Some rules will be there. There some time deviation will be very high. Here, it looks very, very, very simple. The total output of the course is this structure. Now here I am starting unit number 1. Whenever I want to start unit number 1, I am starting with JDBC. So JDBC says that Java database connectivity. I am supporting Java developer to interact with database product. Nothing but database storage. Sir, why we are going for database storage? I want to know, sir. Because of this reason, I took a topic as types of storages. Can I start it now? Right, okay. That in the Google Classroom, I'll copy the notes, I'll add it. First 9 videos I'll give to you, almost 6 to 7 demo videos will be given to you. Videos mean recordings. 7 recordings will be given to you. In all advanced Java, I'm giving 7 to 8 starting recordings will be given to you. After that, recordings will not be given. You know that already. Why means demo class, a student may come late and so on. We provide first until database interaction happening. Until then, the recording will be given. If you are not understanding my class also, they'll see the recording and they'll do the work. So once the database connected, if all says that, yes, sir, my system is working, I'm able to run my projects using database connection. If all gives the feedback, then we go forward. So that should happen by next Wednesday. It should be concluded. So you have to give the feedback to me whether your database is responding, whatever the database you had it. No restriction, you can have any database. Moreover, we are Java developer, more database dependent. We are not developers in database dependent. So by next Wednesday and Thursday, everybody should provide a feedback to me whether your database is responding to your Java program or not. You have to give the feedback. Any problems are there, we are going to rectify. If it is not possible by me, I will take the support of any hardware engineer to rectify that solution. So these are the things going to happen within 3-4 days. Now types of storages. Sir, why we took this topic, sir, means database comes under storage category. Why we are taking that database storage as a major storage for my web application? What is the reason? Other than this database storage, what storages are available to me? I want to know, sir, for interview purpose, because I took types of storages. According to Java application development, the storages are categorized into 4 types. They are field storages, object storage, file storage, and database storage. I made a statement to you. And yesterday I given a small information like this. The information available in this diagram is nothing but some machines will be there, nothing but our computer system. We are calling it as M stands for machine there, computer system, where we can have file storage, where we can have database storage. That machine is under the control of operating system. You know that whenever we want to interact with the machine, we have to interact with the operating system. You know that already. Upon that operating system, our virtual machine will be running JVM. When the JVM runs, I use a command known as Java followed by one class name. The Java command is going to activate the virtual machine. The virtual machine will come and run on the operating system. Inside that virtual machine, our application is running. That is the imagination. While application is running, there two storages are created. One is field storage, one is object storage. And the two storages are temporary because once the machine shutdowns, automatically the storages are destroyed. That's the information through that diagram. I'm giving the theoretical notes about each one example. Make a heading field storage. Write the notes until the Google Classroom comes. Maintain some notes for 1 week. Somebody is asking full stack students and Venkatesh sir batch means both people. Full stack Java students can come. Normal advanced Java students can come. Even my core Java batch also for both. My advanced Java batch also for both. Normal Java developers can come as an advanced Java. Even full stack people also can come. Right? You send the feedback to your people. Somebody is asking me in the online. So normal advanced Java people means somebody will take only 3, no? I core Java, advanced Java, Oracle enough, sir. Somebody registered for full stack batches. That people also come. My batches are for both core and advanced. If I start core also, that is for both. If I start advanced also, that is for both. My batches are for both. Right. Field storage. Look here. The memory generated to hold single data value. The memory generated to hold single data value. The memory generated to hold single data value is known as field storage. The memory generated to hold single data value is known as field storage. Right. How many data types are there in your Java? How many data types are there in Java? 2 types. What are they? Primitive, non-primitive. Primitive, how many categories are there now? 4, you must say. How many categories? 4. Integer family, float family, character, and Boolean. This 4. Among non-primitive, other name is referential data type. How many categories are there now? 4 categories are there. Maybe class, maybe interface, maybe array, maybe enum. All will come under that only. If we take a string, it comes under class. If we take java.lang.object, it comes under class. If we take any wrapper classes, they comes under class. If we take runnable, comes under interface. If we take comparable, it comes under interface. Like this, all your components will be categorized into 4 types only. Maybe class type, maybe interface type, maybe array type, maybe enum type. This 4 comes under non-primitive. So why I'm speaking that point now? Primitive data types will generate field storages. Whenever if you use primitive data types in your application, they generate field storages. Whenever you take non-primitive data types, they generate object storages. That only concept. Make a statement. The primitive data types. The primitive data types. Primitive data types. The primitive data types in application generate field storages. The primitive data types in application generate field storages. So among primitive, total in count 8 will be there, you know already. So list of primitives for notes purpose we are regarding once. List of primitive data types. We are listing byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. Only 8 types will be there for you. Byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. Right. So where this field storages will come now? Field storage may be part of class, part of object, part of method frame. Anywhere it can come now. Field storage can be part of class or part of object or part of method frame or method. Means local variable, instance variable, and class variable or static variable. Only 3 types will be there now. So maybe static variable, maybe instance variable, maybe local variable. Make a statement down. Field storages. All of you look here. Why this clarity means I'm not wasting your session. I'm recollecting it because I want that knowledge and it will help me. Suddenly you will not become an application developer. Not possible. Some groundwork is needed. Always I'll be showing that generally. The last advanced Java batch this is. I'll be showing the locations. I'm taking any one diagram, I'm finding it out. So when we are framing something, any layout, if you are framing, suppose if you are framing any layout, this is assignment actually. My assignments in advanced Java in the form of layouts will be there. I will draw one layout and I'll give it. You have to convert that layout into code form. That only POC. POC means that concept should be developed into code form. There, first clarity is variable type first. First, the student should know you are interacting with what kind of variable. If it is a primitive data type variable, value will be there. If it is a non-primitive data type variable, reference will be there. First, you must know that concept. And you are interacting with what location? Field storage, object storage. After that only, you are going to interact with the database storage. Where you are interacting. First, you have to interact with your storages first. While you are running, first you have to keep in your location first. Definitely you'll keep in the variable only, no. Why you are taking variables in core Java? Variables are the data holders, you will say. The variables are 2 types to you. One variable will hold value, one variable will hold address. In that address, one memory is there. The memory will hold a group. There only more people are confused. That only. So here also same now. First you have to keep the data in your location. When you are keeping the data in your location, you must know You are keeping the data in what form? Field form, object form, you must know. Then only from there you can move the data to database. You can move it. When you move the data to database, then tabular form will come. Then the tabular form. Because I selected the topic as types of storages. Students should know where the data is available. From there, where you are moving the data, you must know. Indirectly, I'm recollecting your core Java indirectly. So how I'm recollecting now? If we use primitive data types, how many are there? Just 8 are there. You cannot find Boolean. You cannot find char. We never use no. So generally we use what now? Int or long or float. Any biggest value is there? Double. Only these 4 types you can see. These 4 types you can come under primitive data type. I used primitive data type means definitely field storage is there. Direct field storage not available. The field storage must be in class or in object or in method frame. Only 3 locations. That is the statement I'm recording now. The field storages can be part of classes or part of objects or part of method frames. Part of method frame. Part of method frame. What is the meaning of method frame? The location where method is executing. The location of your JVM where method is executing, we call it as method frame. In that method frame, some storage will come, that is field storage. So field storage you can see in the class level. Field storage you can see in the object level. Field storage you can see in the method frame or method level. Simply you can say from where this analysis came are means the variables can be static variables or class variables. The variables can be instance variables or you can say object variables, you can say local variables or you can say method variables, because the variables are inside the method. Global variable available or not available? In Java, global variable not available. If anybody says global variable available, ask him to show the memory, where the memory will come. So we had a memory in class. We had a memory in object. We had a memory inside the method, local variable. If we say global variable, the memory should be outside the class, which is not possible in Java because Java is secured. In C++, the memory is available outside the class because C++ is security problem is there, not preferable to take into internet world. It has its own drawbacks. It is not coming into internet world. So for us, global variable not there. So global variable is a term belongs to C language people. And moreover, C language is opposite to Java developer. The reason they are structured programming, they are structured type of programmers. We are object type of programmers. Where comes the match? And because don't speak to C students and don't speak it, they'll confuse you. Because they are structured code writers, we are object code writers. Difference is there? No. They had a global variable. We don't have a global variable. That point to be remember. Your field storages can be in the class level, object level, or method level. All have understood this point, right? Okay. Yesterday, I drawn one diagram for this. Not this one. I made one statement to you like this. If I take int k is equal to 10, int means what kind of data type now? Primitive data type. K is one variable holding the value 10, I said. Now, how the storage will be there? Sir, this storage is field storage. The storage is field storage. Sir, why it is field storage now? The reason, the memory generated to hold a single value. The memory can hold how many values now? Only one value it can hold 10. Yes or no? The memory generated to hold single data value, we call it as a field storage. Here field storage came. What is the size of the storage now? 4 bytes and the value is 10. This is field storage. The field storage can be in the class level, object level, method frame. That's a theory. So I'll add that diagram somewhere in the document to you. I'll add this diagram there for you. Right. Now, star mark IMP, object storage. I only will call it as object storage. Star mark IMP, object storage. I'm calling it as object storage. Right. The memory generated to hold group members. The memory generated to hold group members is known as object storage. The memory generated to hold group members. Memory generated to hold group members is known as object storage. Object means group. Indirectly, group is available there. Right. Look here. Daily we are drawing no anyway like this. Suppose I had one example. I had it. I'll take one class ADDITION addition class where int a comma b comma c, I will take it. I had one method known as add. One method known as add, where c is equal to a plus b, system.out.println c. Roughly one class. We constructed one class. After constructing this class, we can create object. Addition AD is equal to new ADDITION addition. AD dot A is equal to 12. AD dot B is equal to 13. AD dot add. We are calling the methods or not now? It's a roughly written. Right. I am accessing A, I am accessing B, and I am calling the method. So the answer will come. Answer will come or will not come? Right. Roughly written end because I want to explain the object storage. I took it. Okay, right. Now see there. Sir, this is our class. I am drawing the object storage finally. Total core Java, that only. Generally, total core Java is object oriented. Why you gone for core Java means what you'll say? To convert myself into object flavor. Right? Generally, whenever we start subclass main class, student will ask, sir, why are you using subclass? I will write in the main method. Answer will come, no, sir. You must not write it. Because if you write in the main, why you came to Java again? C language is there, no structured code. Here you came here to practice object flavor. Whenever you want object, definitely one class should be separate. So that only subclass concept we train it generally. So imagine it. This is one class addition. 3 variables are there. One method is there. I created one object. I am accessing with object name. So let me analyze this and explain what is the object storage. See there. So this is one class anyway. So this is one class. That is one class anyway. For this class, we are creating one object. We are creating one object. Addition AD is equal to new addition. We are creating one object. So object means what now, sir? One memory is created. One memory is created. The memory is having some address location. One memory created having some address location. This memory will accommodate memory for A is equal to 0. This will accommodate B. B is equal to 0. C equal to 0. And one method. Void add one method. Now, this address will be loaded onto AD. Load onto AD. Now that is one object. One memory generated to hold group members. That memory is holding A memory, B memory, C memory, and add memory. So object means what? See there. The memory generated to hold group members is known as object storage. It's a theory. So this is object storage. This total we call it as object storage, where group members are available. Object storage. Now I want to access this object storage. I can access with AD because AD is the object name or object reference variable. That is one variable, no? Yes or no? Na? This is one variable. AD is variable declared by the type addition. Means what? It comes under non-primitive data type variable. It comes under non-primitive data type variable. So whenever I want to access, I will write AD dot here. AD dot A is equal to 12. AD dot B is equal to 13. AD dot add. Dot means what now? Belongs to anyway. So load 12 onto A. A belongs to AD. This is loaded. Load 13 onto B. B belongs to AD. The data is loaded. Here 12 and 13. 12 and 13. Already you know from core Java, I'm recollecting. Day 2, no, I'm recollecting. If anybody has some gap, they'll fill it. Okay, right. Now I am calling this method now. Call add which belongs to AD. Now this method will come for execution, you know already. That method will come for execution. That method will come for execution here. Void add. The method will come out for execution actually. You know this concept already. Once it is came out for execution, here C is equal to A plus B. Of course, it can take the data from here. Because the method came from there, it can take A from the object. It can take B from object and performs addition. After performing addition, the data is stored. Here 25. What you observed here now, sir? Object is a storage. You are keeping the data there. Understood this point? You are keeping. That only bean objects and for us in advanced Java, bean objects, Pojo objects, Spring Bean. Nothing but they are objects only. Object means storage for us. Object-oriented programmer will create one object and keep the data there. After that, on demand, from there, he moves the data onto database. Again, if you want it, he collects the data from the database and keep it into object. Object-oriented programmer, no, you have to work with objects. So object is a storage for us. So in that object storage, A, B, C are field storages. Yes or no? A is one field storage holding single data value. B is one field storage holding single data value. C is one field storage holding single data. That's all I said. No, field storages can be in the class level, object level, even method also it is available. That is the information. So the data is available there. So whenever I said now system.out.println C, system.out.println C, again it takes the data out for display. So it takes the data from here and displays. It is updating, it will display it. So what you observed here now, sir, object is a memory holding group members. Understood this point now, right? So why I drawn means anyway in core Java we are drawing anyway. Lot more object flavors we draw it. So finally today, if you forget it, I reactivate it. If anybody not connected themselves correctly with core Java, today you connect it. We are object oriented programmers. Our data is available there. Suppose whenever you want to do registration, I said just now, no, user app is there or not now? In that user app registration is there. If my user selects registration, you have to fill the form, no? Whatever the form you fill it, we collect the data and keep in the object only first. That's called bean object. I'll show anyway. In my diagrams, I'll show. I'm going to keep in the object. I'll use that object in my application. I'm going to use it already. So first the student should know object is one storage for us. I'll repeat the statement now like this. The memory generated to hold group members is known as object storage. Example, if we take this, here one object created holding A, B, C and add. It's adding group or not now? That's called object storage. Everybody clear? Right. Now continue like this. This diagram I'll paste there in your document. So continue it after the diagram statement. If anybody is drawing, I'll wait it. Time is there for me. So field storage means memory generated to hold single value. Object storage means the memory generated to hold group members. Remember this, right? So in what situation object storages will come? Sir, when we use non-primitive data types in applications, they generate object storages. Make a statement. When we use non-primitive data types in applications, generate object storages. Can I show the diagram? So I'm giving a time for object layout. The reason in advanced Java, 40 objects I'll give it. How many objects I'm going to show to you? 40 objects. Your servlet program will have control over 40 objects because advanced Java is hard for student. But you have to follow me very slowly. I'll give that 40 objects to you. So object means one storage accommodating some members. That's the basic. I'll show 40 objects layout to you in the course. The servlet program, one program will control that 40 objects. That only servlet program. Because of this reason, Spring depends upon servlet. Web service depend upon servlet. So servlet program will have the power of controlling 40 objects. That's the point. First, before controlling that 40 objects, in the introduction stage, students should know object means one memory accommodating the group members. That point you must have a clarity. Okay, right. Continue. When we use non-primitive data types in applications, generate object storages. List of non-primitive data types. List of non-primitive data types. List of non-primitive. Class, interface, array, and enum. And enum. So generally in my notebooks, I'll write 4. If you are coming from any other trainer, any other name is there, you show to me, right? So some materials will write object one type, they will write it. String one type, they will write it. So my intention, java.lang.string is a class. Java.lang.object is a class. Comes under class category, I'm writing. Understood this point, right? So if you follow different materials, different layout is there. So whatever you take from the library, they'll be under this 4. Right? If you take any string, you can check it out. If any materials written the types as string type, object type, in they are classes actually. If you take object Java P, Java dot lang dot object. This is one class. It is under class category. Understood this point now? This is under class category. If we take string, don't say string is a separate type. It is a class type. It is under class type. Can you see it is a class? No. So like this, whatever you take it, they'll come under that 4 only. Right? You take enum actually. Enum actually abstract type, but we write as a separate type anyway. You take anything, they'll come under that 4 category. So that we record it as class, interface, array, and enum. So pointer. These non-primitive data types, you can call it as referential data types. Make a statement, you know that already. These non-primitive data types are known as referential data types. Are known as referential data types. Referential data types. These non-primitive data types are known as referential data types anyway. Right. I want to give one more clarity now only. We'll be using object means memory. Object will have 3 parts actually. Object means memory. That box I'm drawing, no, that memory is object. Object reference means address location where object is created. Object reference variable separate will be there. Okay, right. Now, if anybody asked one question, core Java question anyway, but I'm framing here for clarity purpose, recollecting. So what is the difference between object reference object, if not reference variable, reference variable, reference variable. Reference variable. Right. Look here. So in this diagram now, the memory what is created here, this is the memory. This box what I created here, the box what I created here, that box, no, that box part what I created, this is object actually. That memory part is known as object. This 0x22 is there, no? This is what now? Reference. You can call it as object reference, you can say. Somebody must hold that object reference, no? Right. Somebody must hold that object reference. So who is holding this object reference? You are calling it as what now? Reference variable. Reference variable. 3 are different. Understood now? In the interview, don't speak rashly. Observe, he is speaking about what? Object, object reference, object reference variable. Be clear. Understood now? I am passing object as parameter. If anybody says, let him say. no problem. But developer should know object cannot be moved. That is memory. You cannot move. Understood this point now? What is moved now? Object reference is moved. Address. Understood now? You can take the address of Naresh IT and go. You cannot take Naresh IT and go. Understood this point now? You can take address of Naresh IT and you can travel. But you cannot carry the Naresh IT and travel. You cannot carry the object and travel. You can carry the address of reference. That only many people are confused. But I want this clarity also in advanced, because my object will be used in many locations. So in many locations means what? Object is one only. Address is traveled. Understood this point now? So in that process, the memory generated is known as object. The address location where the object is generated is known as object reference. The variable which is holding object reference is known as reference variable or object reference variable or object name, you can say, because I am calling that object by using AD. No, that is a name or not now? AD dot A belongs to AD, I am saying or not now? AD is the name given for the object. So many people will say AD is an object. Actually, if I show this syntax, you ask your friends also. Addition AD is equal to new addition. What is AD? They'll say object. AD is not object, it is a variable. Yes or no? Na? Right. Let him say no problem. You also speak with him, no problem. You don't try to correct anybody because you'll be confused. Developer should not speak much, confusion will come. If you know something, be silent. And if you argue with somebody, collapse will come. Why I'm speaking that point means, let him say AD is an object. Close your eyes and think it. It is not object. It is holding one reference. Understood this point or not now? The proof is there for you in core Java also in the last. If the AD is not there, that object is anonymous. That object is anonymous. Name not there. Term is there. No, anonymous object is there already. Anonymous object means object created without name. That's called anonymous object. So AD not there. Such anonymous objects will be destroyed automatically by using garbage collection. It's a theory available now. Means what? Three parts are different. Three parts are different. So you have to remember this information for me while application development, because I am using object. I also will say, sir, using object not there, sir, using address location. So at least you must understand. In a flow, you will say, I am using object here. I am passing bean object here. Bean object will not be passed. Bean object reference will be passed. Understood this point? Some terminologies you have to exactly remember them. Then the solutions will come for you. Okay, right. Let me write that once. The memory which is generated, the memory which is generated is known as object. The memory part is known as object. Somebody will ask size of object, not in the interview. Students will ask us generally. Size of object means memory of A plus, memory of B plus, memory of C plus, memory of add. Right. So somebody will ask, what is the memory of add? Add is a method, runtime memory, static memory not there. So based on the number of lines, based on the number of statements, the memory will come. So no textbook, no material, no other will speak about your method memories and function memories. Your Yashwant Kanitkar pointers in C language, he also never speaks about memory of function. That is a runtime, no? Right. Based on its requirement size, it takes. So what is the size of object means? Size of members is equal to size of objects. Here, size of A plus, size of B plus, size of C plus, size of add equal to one object. That memory we are calling it as object. Whenever I want to interact with that object, I must know the address location, sir. So the address where the object created is known as object reference. Make a test statement. The address location where the object is created is known as object reference is known as object reference. The address location where the object is created is known as object reference. Reference variable, the variable which hold object reference. It is holding the reference, no? That it. The variable which hold object reference is known as reference variable, or you can say object reference variable, you can say, or you can say object name also, you can say. Okay, right. Now look here. So in this diagram, one more information is available with you. In the total, 4 variables are available. One variable is A, one variable is B, one variable is C, one variable is AD. Yes or no? Yes or no? Na? 4 variables are available. In that 4 variables, A, B, C are primitive data type variables. AD is non-primitive data type variable declared with addition. Addition comes under class. If you see the diagram, A, B, C are holding value. AD is holding address. Yes or no? So finally, there are 2 types of variables to you. Primitive data type variables, non-primitive data type variables. Primitive data type variables will hold value. Non-primitive data type variables will hold object reference. Conclusion. Make it. Note. Variables in Java are categorized into 2 types. Primitive data type variables will hold values. Non-primitive data type variables will hold object references. Will hold object references. Got it? Right. Now, the field storages, and object storages, and object storages which are generated part of Java application, because they'll be part of Java application only, because when the application is running, the objects will come. On demand field storage is part of object, field storage is part of method, field storage is part of classes, they'll come. So the field storages and object storages which are generated part of Java application are temporary storages. Because these storages will be destroyed automatically when JVM shutdowns. The field storages and object storages which are generated part of Java application are temporary storages, because the storages will be destroyed automatically when JVM shutdowns. The theory. Sir, for my applications, I need permanent storage. Yes or no? Application means definitely permanent storage is needed. When we want to have permanent storages for Java application, we have to take the support of file storage or database storage. Any one storage you have to take it. Make it the second paragraph. When we want to have permanent storages, for Java application, when we want to have permanent storages for Java application, then we have to take the support of any one of the following. That may be file storage, or that may be database storage. You have to take the support of anyone. That may be file storage, or that may be database storage. So now we are introducing that file storage to you. File storage information, disadvantage of file storages, then introduction to database storage. That's the concept. All of it clear, right? You have to take any one. File storage is a chapter belongs to core Java. Understood that? That file IO stream and file one small topic will be there. And the database is the first chapter of your advanced. So now we introduce file storage information. Then comes your file storage, star mark IMP. Right. Can I do this by tomorrow? Right. Okay. Slowly. So file storage definition, introduction to API terminology, what APIs are available, disadvantages of files, tomorrow's class that only, and introduction to database. And tomorrow, if possible, how many of your systems are installed with database? Raise your hands. So maximum. How many of you still not installed any one database? Raise your hands. Right. So tomorrow you're going to do that work, finish off that installation. I'll add some document. I'll show one document to you. So I'll share that document in some other media so that you can, if any course our students are there, I'll share to you because your mail IDs are with me. From there, you can share it and tomorrow finish off that installations anyway. Tomorrow's concept is API introduction, file storage, stream introduction, classes used in files, small introduction, and disadvantages of file storage and introduction to database storage. Once you introduce database storage, automatically we are going to enter into practical part. So point, right? All of you clear about today's class? Right. Take a break. Thank you very much for today. Online students, if you are not clear, put a queries to me.